Welcome to the Daycare Sisters Podcast. I'm Brandy.
And I'm Erin. A simple podcast for in-home daycare providers who know the isolation feeling of spending 50 hours a week with tiny humans and almost no adult conversations.
This is something you can have in the background while you're preparing lunch or cleaning up.
That sounds like you. Please take a moment to hit the subscribe or follow button.
Later on, we're going to be tackling elopement behavior. This is when a child repeatedly tries to run away.
So fun. If you'd like to skip the chatty intro, we added chapters. So you can jump right into the elopement topic if you'd like to.
All right.
That's a fun new thing. I didn't know we added that.
So, yeah. So our butthead video has over 50,000 views.
Her husband set up their Google to say butthead or something. Yeah.
So my husband is very ADD and needs something that like just something that catches him off guard so that he can then he'll pay attention. And so he made a Google reminder and it called him butthead. And that apparently is quite the popular word on the internet. I don't know.
It's Alexas and Googles to...
Yeah. The kids loved it.
Yep.
He pays attention to the alerts. I think he's going to need to change it because I don't think he completely pays attention to the alerts all the time. But
you get used to it.
Like
then.
now he needs a new word.
You need a new one.
Right.
Yeah.
So, what did you have going on this week? We have not talked much this week.
We've been busy.
Both.
Yes.
Both of us, very busy.
Very, very busy. Well, this is our first week of our 2 weeks of theater.
Oh,
so we've been busy with that.
Yeah.
My fifth grader had her opening night last night.
Okay.
She did great. She has severe anxiety. So I'm so proud of her for just being able to get up on stage. And she looked amazing.
Yeah.
It was super cute. It's Dare to Dream, which is like a Disney.
Okay.
It
makes sense.
It's kind of like an Imagineers or like it's your first day at Imagineer training.
Oh,
camp.
yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
Anyways, they're just pretty, Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, what do you dream about? And so they're like singing songs about. So like, I just want to be king, but Lion King.
Yeah.
Because
that's
like
right. Yes.
a dream, and things like that. So they have like all different Disney songs, but they're kind of either related to dreams or related to how to reach your goal, or like dig a little deeper from Princess and the Frog.
Oh, yeah.
You got to dig a little deeper to get your dreams, or get your goals. Anyways, she was super happy. She had a great time, and she got out there and did everything and danced and sang, and it was great. But anyway, so that was, and then we do this all weekend, and then we have the next shows next weekend too. And so anyways, busy.
Yeah.
But I did have a funny story that happened yesterday. So it was no school yesterday.
Yes.
For the kids.
The try ended. We're on trimesters here.
Yep.
In our district.
And so the kids didn't have school. Okay. So my kids get bored and it's really annoying, which is partly why big reason why I switched to teachers' kids, so I would have off.
And you were open yesterday because it was a teacher. Yes, it was a teacher workshop day or whatever.
So I'm still working. Yep. I still have kids, but there's a few of these days where I have to work while my kids are off school.
Yep.
And every one of these days reinforces why I switch to teachers and take days off, because my own kids are, I'm bored, I want to do something, I'm working, I'm still working here.
Yeah, right.
But I'm home, and so they think they can, I'm also mom at the same time.
Yeah.
So it's super, super tough. And they don't play with the daycare kids anymore. It was fine when they were younger and would just play with the daycare kids and hang out with the daycare kids and do the daycare stuff. But now that they're older, but not old enough to do their own thing. Like, they're in elementary school.
Yep.
So they're
they can't drive a car. They can't leave the house.
Yeah, they can't just like go off and do something. So anyways, my husband decided to, I don't know why, but they went to Petco to get a fish. I should say a pet store. Maybe I shouldn't name the pet store.
I guess it depends on where the story's going.
Yeah. They went to a pet store to get another. We have a fish tank. And
you don't have any fish currently, though.
We do. Okay.
Oh, I thought you didn't. Okay.
So we have our backyard neighbor.
Yeah.
We were at an event, and the mom was like, hey, I talked to, your husband and your son, or whatever, daughter and son.
Of course.
And she was like, yeah, do you want some fish? And I was like, sure, we'll take some fish. I thought she was talking about like eating fish to eat.
Now, key word here is some.
Right.
I'm hearing the word some fish.
And I was but the way she worded it, she was like, hey, they said, they would take some fish. You guys want some fish? We have some extra fish. And I'm like, you went fishing. You have some extra fish.
Sounds delicious.
Great. Yeah, of course I'll take some fish.
My husband likes to cook. So great fish. Yeah.
So I was like, yes, that sounds great.
Uh-huh.
And then she's like, okay, we're going to we'll even give you a tank. And I was like, wait, are we...
Like, do I have to kill the fish myself?
Live?
Like,
what are we talking about here?
Yeah, hang on a second. Hold up. Like, what?
So they're like, we'll bring a tank over even. So you don't have to buy anything and all this stuff. And I'm like, wait, live fish are we talking about? And...
Well, tell them what happened.
So my husband just walked into the room as we were talking about fish, and he did not know we had started talking. So then he was like, "Wait, whoa!" And he tried to like back out very subtly. It wasn't very subtle though.
No, it was a little distracting. So anyways, I was like, well, I guess we're stuck in it now.
Yeah.
And so they showed up with I think we found it was like a 5-gallon tank. I mean, it's like
a rectangle.
Yeah.
One of those
whatever.
ones. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's probably the one I got rid of last year.
So the reason why they did this is they had fish, and they had boy and girl fish, and they just were having a lot of babies. And so they wanted to separate the boys and girls. Somehow the dad knew how to determine if these little guppies were boys or girls. So he knew this. So he separated them.
That's surprising in itself right there. Like,
I don't know how you figure that out.
Now, not only are they bringing you a tank of fish, you're like,
he knew how to.
Yes.
Anyways.
Yeah.
So we got the boys.
Okay.
And we got like 14
What?
fish. Because they kept having babies. There were so many fish. And they were just like these little things, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, in a big, these little things. I don't know. So anyways, about half of them have died off at this point. It's been a while. I think we got them over last summer. Anyways, so we have a tank with, I think we have 8 fish.
That's still a lot.
Okay, well, but they're like this big.
Yeah.
They're super tiny.
Are they not growing?
Well, I mean, they're like that big.
Well, but still, like, I don't know. What?
Isn't that how big they get? I have no idea.
Okay.
We don't know anything about fish.
Yeah. Well, and honestly, I mean, you did think you were going to be getting dinner fish, like fish for dinner.
Right.
So, like, this is like...
I don't know what's happening.
Yeah. Okay,
we just
great.
got fish.
Yeah.
So, and maybe we do. So, anyway, so they're like, we want to go and get... They wanted to go. I don't know.
They're probably like, I want a real fish. Like these little tiny
things.
Nothing.
Whatever.
I don't know what.
Maybe they're a little bit bigger with their little fins and stuff like that.
Okay,
they're just
still
cute little fish. Mm-hmm. I don't know. We have like 8 of them swimming around in there. So yeah, they went to the pet store and they're like, we want to get like a different fish.
Okay. Did they discuss with the pet person?
So this is where I'm going.
Okay.
So they get there, and the lady is like, well, what do you like before anything? She was like, what do you have at home?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And they were like, I don't know, we have like 8 fish, little guppies. They're like this big. And she's like, you can't have any more. And she would not sell them a fish. My husband was like, we just want to buy like a $2 fish. And she was like, no.
Is it Did she like explain to them like I mean, I feel like she would have been like, well, if I give you this other fish, it'll eat your baby fish, or your fish might get bigger.
You've maxed out your fish. We didn't tell her that we started with 14.
That's probably why the other half died.
I have no idea. I didn't get these. I mean,
no, yeah, this family was like,
there's the family just like,
let's give away our fish.
Donated these fish to us.
Oh my God, and think of how many they had.
I know. And so my kids came home and they were just like, we couldn't get a fish. They wouldn't let us take a fish. And like,
I mean, and you had to tell them about the fish, because you don't want to buy a fish that's going to eat your baby fish.
Right, no.
Or something bad's going to happen to the fish you already have. I mean, I don't know.
That was understandable.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, we're not getting like a beta or
something.
Anything like that. Mm-hmm. There was like a rainbow shark, which was smaller than the guppies, but maybe would grow. I'm sure.
Right. Yes.
Right?
Probably.
So
clearly you don't know anything about fish.
Clearly I don't know anything about fish. So I mean that made sense.
Or what about like a bottom feeder?
Right. Something like whatever. So they let them take a snail, but reluctantly. I don't know. The whole thing. They came home and they were just like this. She was like kind of like, fine, I guess you could take a snail.
She's probably like, these annoying people won't leave and just give up on their fish dreams.
My husband's going there with 4 kids.
Yeah.
And these kids are just, and my 5th grader was like, I thought about starting to cry.
That's the acting coming out now. She's like, you know what? I'm a really good actor. I've done one show.
I've done one show now. I can.
This is my
I can
calling.
bring on the tear.
I will cry for you.
Maybe she'll give us a fish if I start crying.
That? Oh my gosh, I don't even know.
But she did, and it was just really funny. It was, but then
can you put the snail in with the fish?
So
okay, it's like a snail that can be submerged snail.
Well, I mean, all snails can, right? I don't know.
I mean, I don't know, but there are like.
It's like a snail we have at the lake.
I guess I'm thinking of like hermit crabs.
Yeah, no,
something.
It's like a snail. I thought we could just take a snail from the lake.
Like, where'd you get the snail? I just pulled it out of the water. We went to the lake and we thought, you know, there's all these snails. We should just throw some in a tank.
But like, so then she's like, well, I'm not going to give you one of these snails at the bottom of the tank that are in this big cluster because we don't have proof of life on these snails.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know. And then and my kids are like, they come and they're like, there was tanks with like dead fish in their tanks. I don't know. It was like weird. I'm like,
well, honestly, I mean,
very concerned about our home tank. But I mean,
and the tanks here, we're having some issues, and
I don't know.
I mean, honestly, it's
took
good.
Her job very seriously.
Great.
Yeah. But I'm kind of like, it's a $2
right. Yes. Like,
I don't know.
I don't know. You'd really have to like do a little deep dive into like, this is, I mean,
we did it. I mean, we thought it was going to just be like, hey, let's just go get another fish. That's not the case. You can't just go get another fish. You can't just walk into a pet store and just pick up a fish. Apparently.
I wonder if it's
but you know, like
a pet per square mileage or something.
Maybe.
Like you have this much tank and you have this many fish,
right?
And maybe they think they're gonna grow.
I'm sure there is some
so
sort
big
of,
or something.
Some sort of.
But I mean, the fact that they're very
like
square foot, that doesn't make sense. But seriously, but yeah.
But like
I've already stated I'm not the numbers person.
The reason I think these fish came from, so our school has fish at school and then they can take the fish home. So we've gotten fish from school before. Our older kids have gotten fish. And
yours have never survived.
Probably because we clearly don't know what to do with fish. These fish have lasted us quite a while. But I mean, they're handing these fish out at school.
But if you can tell the difference between a boy fish and a girl fish, you must know what you're doing with fish. You know a little bit about
these
fish.
These neighbors must know.
So they have survived. They know how to keep their fish
but
alive.
We've had these fish for quite a while.
Well, yeah, but
also you would think if they knew that, then they wouldn't have given us 14 in a 5-gallon tank or whatever it is.
I mean, maybe that's why they died. The other
I know,
half.
but
So
the
now
neighbors gave them to us.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And
well,
if
they
they're
probably were just
if they're
like
experts on these fish. I don't know.
no, they probably
Anyways,
were just like, we have too many fish.
too
Who
many
can we
fish. Yeah.
give it to? And since you guys thought you were getting fish for dinner, they were like, clearly this is our best choice because they have no clue what they're getting into.
Apparently.
So we will just give them the fish, and if they die, it's on them.
I don't know. But anyways,
Like-
it was an interesting. They came home, and my kids were very upset that they did not get another fish.
I would have not. That's crazy.
It is weird.
Yeah.
I guess I just didn't expect that.
No.
Clearly, my husband and kids didn't either.
Yeah.
I mean, you used to get like a fish at the fair. Go home in a little bag. You ride your bike. Take home your fish. I don't know. That's like how we grew
That's like,
up.
is that like
That's what
on a
happened.
farm? I don't
No,
remember
you've
that.
seen that. It's been in movies, I think.
It's like in the olden days.
But I'm just saying. They're just like, here's a fish. Just take it home. You know? Mm-hmm. No, I think they do that at the fair. They used to.
I was like, no, I don't think anymore.
No,
I
not
think
anymore.
It's probably like you can't do that because then you're.
No, I don't think you can do that anymore.
It's, like, not.
But I'm just saying they used to do that.
in-
Clearly.
in movies, she did
No,
state
I
that.
think they did that at our fair.
What in like North Dakota or in
No,
Minnesota, like Dakota
Minnesota.
County?
Yeah.
I do not recall that.
think
I don't
it's
think our kids ever
been-
got a fish.
No, because we didn't want the fish.
Probably.
But I think they had them.
Huh.
But we
Okay.
didn't ever get them. Anyways. Apparently, they have a lot more restrictions on fishes now. There's a lot more regulation.
So in case you're wanting to start a fish,
Just guppy. We're talking guppies here. These
you're
aren't
gonna-
like...
if you'd like to bring a fish into your classroom,
Yeah.
you should really
Research.
research a little bit about how many fish you can have.
Yeah.
Maybe is what, this
This is what
lesson
we're learning.
is. Yeah.
Yes. New things.
Right.
I don't know. It was kind of a weird thing.
I don't even know.
I don't know
You
either. It was
think
a weird
when you
thing.
go into a pet store, you look at all the animals and you're like, I feel like they just want to get them out of there.
I know, right?
So like, why? Yeah.
Why not? I don't know. It was...
I probably would have had a lot. Her husband is very laid back.
Yes.
I probably would have asked a lot more questions. Like,
Well,
I would have probably
This-
been like, I don't
according
understand.
to-
Give me more information.
according to him and the kids, she kind of was just like, no.
Yeah. Okay.
And just was like, no, you can't.
Uh-huh.
Maybe a little on the rude side. I don't know. I
Maybe she was
wasn't
having a
there.
bad day.
Maybe she was having a bad day.
Yeah.
I mean, my husband was kind of like, I feel like she just didn't want to fish out a fish. I mean, she just didn't but I mean, I'm sure there's some sort of
There probably is like a
rules.
tank. And actually, I've heard of that
it
because
makes
like if
sense.
people
you can't
like
just like dump a bunch of fish in
Yeah,
a tank.
yes.
That makes sense, right? There's got to be some.
I don't know. I probably. It would be interesting to me if you went back on another day when she wasn't working and to see if you could get a fish and just be like,
My kids thought about going in disguises. Going back. We're
that's hilarious.
we dress up in
Like,
disguises.
that's like when you like. That doesn't. I mean, like they're not gonna be able to tell. Like,
don't know.
gosh, you look like a kid in a Halloween costume. Like, you have a fake mustache on.
I don't know.
Like what?
I don't know. Though this is off topic, but something I don't remember what I saw, and I was like, I can't. My husband was like, who, like showing me. He's like, can you tell who this is? And I'm like, I cannot tell who this is. He was like an actor or something.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, but they have money and they have people who
no,
make their costumes.
No, it
oh,
was
okay.
He knew, he could tell who it
Oh,
was.
okay.
And I couldn't, and it was not that hard. And then another friend at a school event, to another mom, she's like, I don't think we've met. And she's like, yeah, we have. And she's like, oh, you're wearing a hat. I couldn't tell. What? I don't know. This is like the whole Superman Clark Kent thing.
Oh my gosh.
This is why people couldn't tell.
That is
They
hilarious.
were the same people because you wear the glasses, and then you're like, I don't know who you are.
So hilariously, Mikey and I just watched that show. The new, there's like a new Superman. Oh, it's called Superman and Lois. That's what it is. Because I was like, what is this show? I don't know. And of course, I'm like asking all these questions because I don't remember literally anything.
Storyline.
I don't remember anything. And so, like, I'm, like, sitting there, and I'm like, I know who Superman is. Like, we were discussing this or whatever. And, like, his kids didn't know he was Superman. Oh, that's probably a spoiler alert. Cut that out if you don't want to. Just skip over that quick. But I was like, how can you not tell? I mean, come on.
I know. That's what we all think. But clearly,
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe.
Now, granted, it's funny that they do make him look very different with his glasses off compared to them on, kind of a thing. And, but I was still kind of like, huh, like, seriously? Like, you just, like the kids are like, we've seen you, Dad.
Yeah.
We've seen Superman. Like, and I'm like, but I mean,
How can you?
like, he still kind of looks like him. I'm a little confused.
Or the whole, like, anything. Batman or something, you know?
Yeah,
And you're
yeah,
like,
right.
How can you not tell? I don't know.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's a real thing. I don't know.
Well, that is really, okay.
It's kind of a funny thing. But anyways.
Yeah.
So that was non-daycare related, but, I mean, I was working, I guess, at the time.
Yeah.
That
But,
happened.
I mean, now I know, in case I would like to ever get fish,
Yes.
which will not happen because I keep getting rid of we
Apparently,
get rid of all our fish stuff.
goldfish, you can, like, have as many as you want in the
I
tank.
thought goldfish.
No idea.
Oh.
I don't understand it. But they were like, there was like 50 goldfish in their tanks. But because we have guppy. See, I think that's where you get
It's like a kind of fish.
And so you have to know that sort of thing. So I think that's where it's a little, you don't understand, like, when the kids go and they're like, I don't understand this.
Yes.
Like,
right.
You've got like 50 fish in that tank.
Yeah.
Why can't I have another fish in my tank?
Yeah.
And I think they understood.
And you're asking for one fish. Not
And
50.
they understood that, like, this fish will eat the other fish. You can't have that. Like, that makes sense. To
Yeah,
them.
yeah,
They're
yeah.
like, got it, But
Yes, like, I won't get this
won't
kind
get
of
this kind
fish.
of fish, yes. So that made sense. But they're kind of just like, I don't understand this, some of the. But I mean, betas, I think you can only have one.
Well, yeah, because they can't see each other.
They can't see each other.
Because that's like the cool trick if you hold a mirror up.
Yeah. But, so I guess know what kind of fish you want. And
what kind you have, apparently.
Yeah. I don't know. It was supposed to be just a quick go get a fish outing.
Yeah.
Just one more.
Yeah. Which is,
Not the case.
Right?
Didn't
No.
happen. Got a snail instead.
That
I don't know.
that she was still hesitant to give you, so who knows if it will live. I don't know.
And apparently snails escape. I don't know. She's like,
Oh
make
my God,
sure you
seriously.
have a lid.
Let's throw that up.
We do
in
have a lid
there.
on our tank, so it should be fine.
Oh my gosh, somebody's gonna leave the lid open.
No, we never do.
Oh.
They never. We don't take the lid off.
Yeah, but isn't it when you open to feed them?
But it's actually like a hard thing. You like it kind of closes on its own, so you kind of like to hold it open to feed it.
Okay.
So
okay.
I think we should be fine with the snail.
It doesn't.
Kind of annoying actually, because I'm like I don't want to have to hold this and feed. Have to
Yeah. Okay.
So
Well,
I
because like
think we
ours
should
had
be
like a little square opening, so you could just like drop the food in it, that little hole.
It has like a lid on that.
Oh,
square.
okay. That's probably good because otherwise the snail's just coming out of. I don't know.
I have no idea.
Huh.
I don't know. Whatever. It's
One day, so she has 2 cats. One day she's going to come home and the cats are going to be playing like hockey with the snail or something. And it's going to be like being thrown around the room. I don't know. This is like sounding like a really bad idea.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
That's
I'll
all
be
we
excited
were allowed to do.
I'll be really excited to hear what happens to the snail.
I don't know. It's hiding right now, so it's
I'm more so thinking you're going to go out of town for like a few days or something, and that's when something's going to happen. The snail's getting out. The cats have somehow finagled to open the thing. I don't know. Like, who knows?
Well, it's in a spot that the tank is in a spot the cats can't get to.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So they don't
Okay,
go
that's good. Yeah.
by the tank, so that's fine.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Huh. Okay. All right.
I don't know.
Well.
Just
Oh, man. Going from that, like, my week has been kind of boring, I guess, like, compared to yours.
well,
And really, that that was just your Friday.
That was just yesterday. Yeah, that was not.
Yeah.
I don't even know what happened the rest of the week. I can't remember.
Yeah, it is
much happened yesterday that I just forget about the rest of the week.
I have been doing, I guess my only two big things this week were I submitted my Parent Aware.
Oh yeah. Good.
So now,
Yay.
so it's done. Mm-hmm. You submit it. They like a rater goes through and like checks it all and then decides if you pass or if you have an incomplete. So you have time to fix whatever they're like, ooh, this isn't quite what we were looking for. And then you can resubmit.
Okay.
Which is good because it happens every once in a while. Like maybe you forgot to write like a date on something it can be as simple as that. Mm-hmm. Or it can be like, you were supposed to have a kindergarten transition and we don't quite think that this is actually a kindergarten transition. Do you have something else that could pass for that or whatever? Mm-hmm. So, so I'm hoping it's completely done and I don't have to do anything else again. But if I do, usually it's pretty minor stuff.
That's good.
The other thing is that I have done 5 interviews this week with different providers.
Yeah.
It has been interesting. It's been fascinating. I hope all my facts are really correct when I'm talking to these people. But I've talked to somebody from California, Iowa, Oklahoma, like all over.
Yeah.
Like everyone is in a different state, Illinois.
And there's different rules there, so it's
so it's been really interesting to talk to some of the providers because it's been like it's just interesting to find out what their rules are, what their licensing process is. Some states it's super simple. Mm-hmm. Some states it's super complicated.
And that's just interesting to find out too. I know that we are having a rule change right now here in Minnesota, and I'm not super good at following up on that, but it sounds it's more complicated even, which is annoying.
And I haven't really been following along with it either because it's not finalized.
No, it's not finalized yet.
So it's a lot of like back and forth. Mm-hmm. Like, what do you like, and things kind of change or like they're talking about making this kind of a change and then they're asking for input and then they're switching it.
And I know that there are daycare providers in Minnesota that are working hard to I don't know.
Yeah.
To change the rules a little bit to work better for us. And there's stuff like that happening. But
so the one thing I did find really interesting is that I talked to somebody in Iowa. And in Iowa, you can have more kids unlicensed.
I know.
So
I know that was one of the things Minnesota providers were hoping for.
Yeah. Too, so that part was fascinating to me because she was telling me that for her, if she would have gotten licensed, she would have been able to only have 2 more kids. So she has like 6 kids. And if she gets licensed and goes through that whole process, it's only 8 kids.
So I thought total have 8 kids, or just
I think that's probably just whatever, like the one license or whatever. Okay. California was similar to ours, where they had like a smaller license and then a bigger license.
Okay. And
so they can have 14 with an assistant on the bigger license. Mm-hmm. And they had like more tiers and things like that. So it was more similar to ours. But it was just kind of fascinating to hear like the one in Iowa was like, well, I didn't think it was worth getting licensed and going through that whole process for 2 more kids. And I was like, yeah, like that. I mean, I don't know if I would do that for 2 kids.
Right.
Like, but I don't know. It's just kind of been interesting to like talk to some different providers throughout the country and see what other people have to go through and do.
Yeah.
So.
And you'll post some of those interviews eventually.
Yeah, I think one was already posted.
Okay.
And I'm learning. Give me grace because this has all been like a very interesting because they're all over Zoom, and so I'm kind of like figuring out how to. I shouldn't say it's not on Zoom. It is on a different platform for interviewing and things like that. But so I am not only learning how to use this platform.
Yeah.
I'm learning how to talk to a camera versus like a person.
Right.
So it is just like a whole like different kind of ball game in terms of like what I'm learning
and
when it comes to this
dynamic when talking.
Yeah.
On camera than it is in person.
Yeah. And I mean, we have talked about doing in person, having other providers on here that, or even like, I was going to say licensors, but not licensors, because I don't know if that is even something we could do. I don't know if we'd want to. But even like my parent aware coach or something where we're just getting more information out to like you guys on some of this stuff. But it's interesting. I don't know.
Yeah.
So it's been kind of fun. It's fun meeting new providers. So especially because there's like a huge TikTok community of providers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, which I have TikTok. I follow it I'm on it for my daughter, but it's like I wasn't until this podcast. I was really never on it.
Yeah. I'm not really either.
Yeah. But it's been interesting. So, we got an email from a listener about elopement.
Yes.
Yes.
Which I think is
behavior.
a new word.
I don't know. I've never heard of this word.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A new word for us.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd never heard of this word either.
No.
But we've experienced the behaviour. So
yes.
It's not new behavior for us that we've,
Yeah.
had,
And I haven't had I don't know if I would call it
elopement.
Yeah, I don't know if the kids that I've had that have done this are
Yeah, I think it's like I don't know much about this.
Right.
But what did you say it's
we kind of said like if we were talking to each other in like over the phone or whatever, like, oh my gosh, I've got a runner.
Yeah.
Is really what I would call it. I would have been like,
okay.
I got a runner.
I got a runner, yeah.
This all makes sense. And it's more common with autistic kids. That being said, I have had kids who were just kind of runners.
Right.
Yeah. And you have too.
I have too.
Yeah.
I've had like some where I've had to get special things
Yeah.
to stop them because
Yeah.
it can get bad. You don't want them like running out of your house.
Yeah.
So I've had to get special locks on the doors because they can unlock if they're
Oh my gosh,
big
yeah,
enough,
if
they
they're
can
old
just
enough,
unlock
yeah.
the doors if they're tall enough and everything. So we've had to have special things, which I mean, so in our house, like we have 2 doors leading outside, 3 if you count the garage, but the garage door is always shut, and we have a child lock on that one. And so that was never an issue for some reason. But
Yeah.
Our front door, we would put I think it's called like a monkey lock.
Oh yes. I've
Yeah.
had those. I've gotten those too.
And then you put it high up.
Yep.
And it's like a heavy duty.
Yeah.
Like you have to it's like a clunky heavy duty thing. And so that's what we put on that front door.
Yeah.
Which worked great.
Yes. Yeah. Yep.
And then on our back door, we put we had a sliding glass door on the back door. And they have, I don't know how we found it. I don't even know what that's called. These little like triangle clips.
Yeah.
But they fold down when you don't need them, and you can put them up when you need them. And we have one on the outside and one on the inside.
Oh,
and so they
okay.
can't.
Yeah.
They can't open the door
Okay.
with, if they're out as the triangle.
Okay.
So it stops the sliding glass door from opening.
Yeah. And I mean, obviously, we are not experts on this.
No.
So we are just sharing what we have used, know, and kind of researched.
And even like just young kids, like
Yeah.
the 2-year-olds, 3-year-olds, they like to just. I think we've had most for us. I know that I think must talk about just always runners.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
just like to run away just
Yep.
randomly. And that was the one I had to get the monkey lock.
Okay.
And the sliding glass door lock and just always have the doors locked.
Yeah. Well, and what I kind of learned was that it can be a behavioral issue. Mm-hmm. It can be a sensory issue. It can be just like a communication issue. Mm-hmm. So kids who, it's almost like that, like they're trying to figure something out, or they really like something. So it could be something that they're just like, I really like your backyard.
Yes.
I want to go
outside right now.
Yeah. And it doesn't matter. It's just more of like a, I can't think of the word. Impulsivity. Yeah. Like it's more impulsive that they just are like, I want to go outside and I want to go outside now. Mm-hmm. So it is like, or I'm afraid of the blender that you keep using every day.
Yeah.
Where
I want to run away from it.
Yes.
And outside it's not.
Yeah.
Be
And
nice
so,
yet.
but they're not giving you those clues. So you're not, getting it.
Yeah.
Like, depending on their age, obviously.
Right. And I mean, when the younger ones, they can't have that communication is
Yes.
not quite there always. So, which is fine. It's
Yeah.
normal. And that's normal stuff. I have more of a problem at pickup time.
Yes. Yeah.
So that's where when they see, because where my main daycare space is, it's right by the front door. And so we have a big window right there looking out in our front yard, and they can see the driveway, and they can see their mom or dad pulling up.
Yeah.
And then they're like, they're here, and they could take off. Or even when they come inside, and if I'm having a conversation with mom or dad, and then the kid's like, well, I'm done. I'm leaving.
Yeah.
And so then they just leave the house before even mom or dad are out there.
Yep.
And ready to leave. So those are the times for me. Besides the few other, random kids, that's actually almost like a daily thing.
Yes. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And I think also a little bit of this kind of touches on sleepwalkers. And I don't know if you've had a sleepwalker, but I had a little girl who would wake up at nap.
Really?
And like walk around, because I would be like, oh, like I have a camera in that room during naps so that I can make sure that I'm watching them on top of, checking on them. But it was like the camera would like beep or whatever, and I'd be like, what is going on?
Yeah.
And then I'm like, why is she standing over there? Or why is she leaving the room? Mm-hmm. And when I would go to her, I'm like, oh, you are not awake.
Yeah.
Now, it didn't happen often, but it was just enough where, I mean, it would be, it made me scared that, like, she could totally just, like, walk out the back door. Or, you just don't know.
Well, I have my own kid.
Yes.
Sleepwalks. Mm-hmm. So we worry about that at night. And he will get up and just, like, wander around. And, yeah, it is scary.
Yeah.
And so you have, like, we have more gates. So what I've heard with sleepwalkers is if you have a gate or a lock, don't teach them. I don't know if this is true or not. This is just what I heard. Don't teach them how to use it, how to open the lock.
Yeah.
Because if they can't open it during the day while they're awake, they cannot figure it out while they're sleeping.
Oh, that's interesting. I would have not thought of that. Yeah.
So you have to, like, don't tell them how it works, or don't show them how it works.
Yeah.
And so then they can't open that gate or lock while they're sleeping. So.
Okay.
But yeah.
I have a 2-year-old, almost 2, he'll be 2 next month, that has been trying to open my gate. And I am worried that he is going to become my runner.
Yeah.
Because he pushes the boundaries.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, he will stand at the gate screaming and crying because he can't open it. And he really wants to.
Some kids are just like, I want to figure this out.
Yep.
Or I just want, I don't know, just what I want to do right now.
Yeah.
So I think that's, yeah. So what are some of the, I think we have some steps here, like make the home harder to exit.
Yes.
Well, locks, the monkey lock or
Yeah.
the other thing.
And you have the alarms, don't you, or no?
No, we don't have the alarms. But that would be a good thing. But I don't really need
actually,
it right now.
no. And actually, our mom does.
Yes.
Like when you open like the back door, it goes ding, ding, ding. Yeah, it beeps. So, I mean, something as simple as that would
set off.
so helpful.
It would be. I've had like bells on my front door.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So things like that can at least alert you that the door has been opened.
Right.
But yeah, and I have a gate in my daycare space, so they can't even get to the doors.
Okay.
And that's just like a normal baby
Well, right.
gate.
Yep.
So during the daycare hours, I usually have those gates up. It's more for the babies than the kids.
Right.
The babies aren't there. I don't have the gates, but because I can trust my daycare kids right now to not run.
Yeah.
And you'll know, you know, like, oh, I have a runner. Like, I know.
Yeah, you find out pretty quick.
You find out pretty quick, and then you put the things in place. But yeah, so make it harder. That's gates, locks, extra locks. Put them up high so they can't reach them.
Yeah.
They're pretty cheap too. They're not expensive to buy those extra locks.
Yeah.
And I think that's a pretty easy thing to do while you're in the home.
Oh, yeah.
So those are some easy things to do if you're just in the home. I think if you travel with the kids, like walk to the park.
Yeah. Well, and I was kind of researching it too because it's so air tags or some sort of like tracking system for the kid is a really good one in case they do get too far from you or even get out of your house. There was one that was, I didn't think of it, was introduce them to your neighbors. Like, so that your neighbors know around you if, oh, this kid's outside by themselves. They should not be. You know, so if somebody sees the kid outside, then they can be like, hey, you know, call you or whatever, text you or whatever, and be like, hey, somebody's outside. Should they be?
Yeah.
The other thing that I found interesting was to take notes when it's happening and try to find a pattern.
Yeah.
Because usually there is a pattern as to why it's happening. You're running the blender and they don't like it.
Yeah.
So they don't want to sit down at circle time because they think that they should be able to go outside at that time as opposed to being, you know, they don't like that circle times before outside time, you know, and not even necessarily that, like maybe you switched up your routine.
Yeah.
And that is throwing them off. Because usually it's just sometimes it's just like a willpower thing where they're like, but I want to do this right now.
Right. Yeah.
As opposed to like,
you're telling me to do this and I don't want to do the
yes.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I liked the like the air tag, the tracking a little bit because it was, I mean,
that's like your backup, your just in case.
Right.
Hopefully this doesn't happen.
Yeah.
But just in case.
Well, and happens. I mean, I'll be honest, we did it. So we traveled to Europe with our kids. Our oldest was 18 at the time. So it was a couple years ago. And we put an air tag on all of them because
you let them
it was
go
just
off more.
Yes. And I mean, they were old enough to do that.
Yes.
So, I mean, but my youngest was 13 at the time.
Yeah.
And I mean, and we had never been out of the country, but we felt safe where we were. And it was just kind of like, yeah, go for it. You know, I don't walk to the grocery or whatever. Yeah. But having that little peace of mind was so nice.
Yeah. So yeah, that would be like a just in case scenario.
Yeah.
But good to have just in case.
But I do think that open communication between the parents, this is when you need the parents.
Right.
So.
Well, and the parents have to have, they need to be on board. Be on board with it and actually talk about it at home and set up boundaries and set up, you know, just, whatever they need to do to help us or, you know, at daycare too. I had a mom and I mean, I have teachers, so they've probably dealt with this too. So I have kids that do it at like pickup time. So their parents come and I have a very strict, no one touches the door but grown-ups.
Okay.
So we talk about that a lot in our daycare.
Yep.
And my daycare kids know that. Mm-hmm. And I mean, they will say it to each other.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, who touches the door? Grown-ups touch the door.
Yeah.
And they'll tell each other, they're like, who touches it? If one of the littler ones.
Well, this is because you had a runner.
Yeah. So we only grown-ups touch the door. And I am strict. And the parents aren't as strict because it's just they have the one or two at home. Yeah. And it's probably not as big of a deal.
Well, and honestly, when they come, it's the end of the day. So they're like, yeah, let's go. We got to get to the car. Let's just,
I have kids when their parents are walking up to the door, the kids are there waiting, and they like put their hand on the door and they look at me.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
And I'm like, who touches the door? Remember? Like moms and dads and Miss Erin, like we're the only ones that touch the door.
Yeah.
But they know the rules.
Yeah.
And this is when they try and
yes, but all kids do it when the parents are around. It's just a little like, ooh, can I get away with something?
Yeah, how much can I get away with?
Yeah.
And they do get away with it.
Yeah.
So these kids aren't runners, but they do. So when the parents come in, they'll like slip their boots on. And if I'm like, oh, hey, and this is how the day went.
Yeah.
And then the kid like bolts out the door. Because they're just trying to, like, these kids are just trying to get away with it.
Yes. Yeah.
And so we've had parents block the door, like stand in front of it because these kids are old enough where they can unlock the door.
Yeah.
And they'll put their foot down and be like, I am talking to Miss Erin, like we are going to wait.
Yep.
But they sometimes will bolt.
Yeah.
But we do have that. I have to have that conversation in front of parents, and it is awkward and it is uncomfortable to say like, no, remember who touches the door. It's just, me or mom or dad. And then the parents are kind of like, oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Like, we gotta make sure. And actually, it has helped to have the cats. So, because our cats will escape. And so I've used the cats.
Yeah.
As like, we can't open the door.
I mean, don't go out and buy a cat just to use this excuse. But
but if you have one.
Yeah.
We like, you can't, like, the cat's gonna.
Yeah. The cat's gonna run away. Like, we don't want to lose the cat.
We can't lose the cat. We gotta make sure the door stays shut.
Yeah.
And we can't touch it and open it just whenever we want.
Yeah. We have done that too. I have put like the child lock knobs on the door. Now, we don't have a door that the parents go downstairs and then exit.
You have a different entrance.
Yep. But I have had to put it at the bottom of the door because I've had kids just run out to the driveway and we live in an intersection, and so it's like a really busy intersection. Mm-hmm. And so we are always super nervous about kids getting outside without their parents. Mm-hmm. And I have had one mom, I put the knob on the door and the kid went down to the door and he's like, what is this? Mm-hmm. And the mom went, that's because that's like, you are the reason that Miss Brandy put that up on the door and it wasn't there yesterday and now it's here today.
Yeah.
It's you.
Yep.
But now she will still like open the door and let them out.
Yeah.
So it's like a hard, like, like, I don't know. Yeah. But in that, the mom is also saying, okay, when you walk outside that door, because you are faster than me, you look for cars. You stand next to the car.
You go straight to the car.
Yes, there is like she has like a couple of things that she says, and so then they now go stand by the car.
Which I think is like tell them what to do.
Yes,
give them their boundaries.
Yeah.
And now I've had a parent that their kid took off, and they went and got them, and they took their hand and they walked them back to my door, and they're like, "We're gonna start again."
Yep.
And we walk out to the car while you're holding my hand.
Yeah.
And they did it a few times because they would just.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're just testing. Yeah.
They are testing. It's all normal. But I think it is part of the parent responsibility to. Yeah. Because it is when it is at parent pickup. It is part of the parent responsibility to teach their kids that stuff because that's when the parents have them. And we can't be walking the daycare. We can't be doing every kid out to their car. You have to parents have to be able to do this.
Yeah.
Too.
And I think when it's happening during the day, when it's just,
right,
just you as a provider, making your house harder to exit is perfect.
And having those rules.
And
only grown-ups touch the doors.
Yes. And I actually liked, because I found somebody had done like a stop sign on their door. Stop before you get here. Kids know what a stop sign is.
Right.
Visual, a lot of kids are visual learners.
Yeah.
And so, like, they like those visuals. Like, you do A, B, and C, but here are my pictures that show you what A, B, and C is. Having, like, a piece of tape on the floor that's like, oh, you stop here.
Yes.
You can't cross, you don't cross that line. Yeah.
It's having something where if you tell them where to go, and even when we go outside just during the day, when it's outside time, they are sliding glass door. They go and they stand there and wait.
Yes. Yep.
And the one thing I think is good about having the in-home daycare, it can be tough sometimes having the multiple ages, but in this case, it does help because you have the older ones telling the younger ones.
Yes.
And the older ones know the rules, and they kind of, some of the older ones will like block it. They're like, nope, you can't go out.
Yeah.
We stand here until Miss Erin comes and opens the door for us. So that is, and then those younger ones get to be older and they know the rules.
Yeah.
And they teach the younger ones.
Yep.
And it's just a big cycle. So it is helpful for that sort of thing.
Well, and I also think practicing.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, if you're having a day where it's just crazy, it's like practicing the fire drills. Like, oh, look.
That's a bit excessive. But yeah.
Every month. A little much.
Yeah,
But
a little much.
it's okay. I get it. But like, okay, we're all sitting down. Oh, everybody stand up. Now walk to the door and stop. I mean, like, some of those things are helpful because it just gets them into the habit. And honestly, that is what they do, the first, like, month of kindergarten.
Yeah.
They practice.
Yeah, these are this kindergarten transition.
Yes.
There you go.
It is literally, I know. It's literally practicing for kindergarten and life, really. It's just.
Because it's a lot of kids in kindergarten. They have to follow the rules.
Yeah.
They have to, stay with the class.
Yes, they can't just,
you can't just run around the school.
Right.
Run away.
Yeah.
So it is a lot of that, too. So.
Yeah. I think if this became too much, too, having some of those activities throughout the day where they can get their energy out or that impulse control, like they just need to move. A lot of kids are just like movers. Activities that you can have during the day so that you let them just kind of run around. Yeah. Too.
Right. So, we do have a lot of free play, like where they can just, run around and have their own autonomy.
Yeah.
And I think that does help.
Yeah.
So they're not feeling stuck and needing to escape. Or get out or do whatever,
Yeah. Well, and I think teaching them how to communicate too.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So, like the 2-year-old I was talking about, or the almost 2-year-old, his words are not quite there. Mm-hmm. And I think a lot of his issues, which are not a lot, he just pushes buttons, are because of his lack of communication.
Yeah.
And so it's just kind of like we're trying to figure out, like, okay, guess what? We're going to repeat a few extra words today just so we can get the communication better. Or even just using the word like, oh, stop at the door.
Yeah, use simple words.
Yeah,
just 1 or 2 words. It doesn't have to be this big, long conversation.
Yeah.
Just a couple of words, that they know.
Yeah. I have a little guy, he goes to like a special ed program during the day. And he uses colors. And so I know they must do it at school. Mm-hmm. And he'll be like, "Oh, that's your red voice. Can you change it to the blue voice or whatever?" So like the colors symbolize a level of voice.
Yeah, we did that with my daughter. She has ADHD and a lot of dysregulation.
Yeah.
And she's much better now, but she went through this the colors. I don't remember what it's called. It's like system of regulation. I can't remember what it. And so it had all the
That's
colors.
probably what it is. Yeah.
Probably, and it did help her a lot. And we would be like, "Oh, you're in your red zone. You're in the red zone right now."
Yeah.
And which is very kind of overreact. Like, just it's the yelling, the screaming, the very high energy.
Yep.
And like we have said, like every zone has its place.
Yeah.
But are you in the right zone for your situation right
Yes. Yeah.
Probably not. Maybe sometimes. But
Right.
The red zone is...
You probably feel like you are, but we do not.
Especially that red zone.
Yeah.
It can be. Like, yes, if somebody's injured or hurt, then you can be in the red zone. But if it's just like, I just don't want to do this right now, or that's not the... Yeah.
Well, and I'm learning a lot from this kid, too, because he's like, when he says it, he'll be like, Miss Brandy, it's too loud in here. Everyone's in the red. Like, it's just like and the other kids are starting to kind of pick up on it too. And so they'll use words. And it's not always the color that they say because they're not in this program, but they will be like, you know what? It's kind of loud. You're right. It is really loud. You know, like, and so it's kind of like helping everybody to kind of regulate themselves.
Right. That would be good to use with a daycare too, actually.
Yeah.
And I think they kind of do that in schools and stuff too. They have like a color coded, but
I think it probably depends on the teacher or whatever, but yes.
As much as we had to with my daughter. But yeah, we use that a lot. Like blue is like, green is like calm. Or happy, and it's just kind of like you're content,
Yeah.
And yellow is like you're getting frustrated. You're frustrated, but you're not to the red yet.
Right.
But you're just not feeling.
Yeah.
It's kind of ramping up a little bit.
It's getting there.
It's getting there. But you can still just be in like, I'm frustrated and I'm just, or excited, but not like overly excited in the red. Because it could be good feelings too.
Oh, yeah.
They could be good. I'm like super excited for this. And blue is like sad or tired or bored.
Yeah. Yep.
Is in the blue zone. So.
Yeah. No, I do like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I like that the kids are teaching each other.
Yeah.
Because I think that's good, especially even when like you said, the big kids stand by the door and block it because they're like, nope, you can't do that because that's not the rule.
Yeah.
Like, we know the rules. But I am...
Yeah.
I don't know. Is there anything else that I think we can...
Safe zone, yeah.
Oh, I do think when it comes to this, too, is that you should have some sort of emergency plan when it comes to this.
Right.
Especially if you do
have
runner.
A true runner that is, those are, we have, the ones that kind of run at pickup time. I don't use the monkey locks. I don't use all these.
No, and I don't anymore either. So
those are more for if you have a runner that's like just you don't necessarily have the control over, and you don't you know
what, and I mean there are things for outside even. I used to put carabiner locks on a carabiner on so like our fence clips together, and it's just something you like lift up.
Oh yeah.
And so like the kids can literally just like, if they push hard enough, I'm sure they can just like
lift the thing and then open the gate. Yeah.
But if I put a carabiner under it, then when it goes up, it hits. So it can't open, so they can't push the gate open.
Yep.
So some things like that are good too, because, or, trying to like make your fence useful. I don't know, put some plants on it or whatever, if the kids are climbing in it or whatever. I don't know.
Be creative. Think of find the points of escape, really.
Yes.
And then how can you solve this problem now?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because once we put those, I think once we kind of did that, I was just like, well, they gave up.
Yeah.
I
think some of it's that, and then also maybe you kind of took some of the control.
Yeah.
So like you are now back in control. And I think that's part of it, is that you are kind of going, okay, this is the rules.
Yep.
And we have to follow them.
Yep. And it can be very stressful to worry about that.
Oh my gosh.
To worry about a kid running away, especially like, okay, I'm making lunch right now, or changing a diaper, or helping somebody go potty. Like, you can't constantly, like, you're there, and in the area, but like your hands might be busy at the time.
Oh my gosh. And I don't know if you remember, but my oldest took off. you weren't working with me. I don't know if you were at the house or whatever, but she took off down the street, and I was, I think, 8 months pregnant. And oh my God, I probably, like, I had a different assistant. I had an assistant with me. Thank goodness. Because I literally was like, I'm coming. I can't, like, this is me running, like nothing. Oh my God. It was, and I am not a tiny pregnant person. I am a very large pregnant lady. And I was like, I can't run. Like, I'm like holding my stomach as I like try to chase her. And then my assistant was like, what are you doing? And then she took off running and caught her. But I was literally like, this is awful. Yeah. Like, what? I was like, she only did it that once. And I can't even remember why she did it. There probably was something weird. Like, I don't know.
And sometimes they just think it's funny.
Yes. And I think that's probably what it was for her.
You're like,
she wasn't like she was not, yeah, it was not elopement. It was not anything that, it literally was like one time she took off. Yeah. But it was just like, I am so pregnant and here I am running, and people walking probably could have passed me. Yeah. Like, they would have been faster than I was. This how large I was.
But sometimes some of these, like, solutions can help with just other things, too. Yes. Or, other kids that don't necessarily have the elopement, but maybe it's just a temporary thing. Like, maybe I've had kids that are, like, just tall for their age. Yeah. And so they're not quite they're still too young to understand, hey, you can't just open this door whenever you feel like it, because they're just like, I don't know, I can reach it because I'm tall for my age, before I'm mentally like understanding. So then they just do it. So it's not anything like, it's not the elopement, it's not anything, but
it is very much like, even when every kid goes through the phase at my daycare where they try to open the gate. Yes. Because they're like, hey, I want to the big kid did it. Mm-hmm. I want to be the big kid, and I want to open the gate.
Which is why I don't let big kids do it. I don't let that's why I don't let any kids touch the door or anything. We just
my husband and I were just having this conversation yesterday about it, because he's like, wait, why do you let them do that? And I was like, it's not me letting them do it. Mm-hmm. But they do it every night when they go home. Yeah, and that's why I have. So yes.
My parents will let the kids open the door when they're ready to leave. Some of them will, but they have to have like a conversation about it. So like, okay, you can open it now that we're ready.
Yes, yes.
And we'll see how it goes. Yeah. And I might just have to. It's been fine. Yeah. So, and it might be fine if I have a new kid or something like that, that we might just have to change the rule altogether. And then I tell the parents, like, hey, this is a new rule I'm going to implement, because we've had some problems, and we're just going to start no kids touch the doors. Yep. Or whatever rule you need to put in place. Yes. And sometimes I'm like, circumstances have changed. Yep. It was fine before. Yep. It's just not. It's not fine anymore, and that's okay too. Yeah. And we just are going to have this.
And I think that's where you need to be ready to tell the parents.
Yes, you have to be ready to have those conversations. Yeah. And I think I don't have a problem. I was thinking about this, because like, I don't have a problem with confrontation as much. Yeah. But I think because I don't look at it as confrontation. I just look at it as like, I'm just having a conversation, and hey, something has changed, or oh, hey, we have a little bit of a, like, I just want to have this, I'm just mentioning this. Yeah. Or, hey, can we just talk about, I don't know. I think I just don't look at it as confrontation. Yeah. So I'm not afraid of it as much. Yeah. Or it's not as hard for me.
And maybe that's what, as a provider, or even like a new provider, especially too, like to reframe it. Yeah. It's not confrontation. No. You're not confronting them. You're saying, hey, something happened. We got to change the rule, and that's okay.
And that's okay. Yeah. And it's totally fine to have to do that. Yeah. I don't know. Even if it is their kid that had the problem.
Yeah. And you don't have to, and honestly,
you don't even have to tell them it's their kid.
No, yeah.
You don't have to. It's fine.
A lot of times I tell a story, and then I'm like, and it was really their kid, but I'm like changing all the information, because I'm like, it makes it easier on the parents too sometimes.
Yes.
Sometimes that's just easier to be like,
because
this happened and we got to fix it.
Yeah. Or sometimes
the group.
I'll tell stories about her daycare. And so, like, ooh, this happened over there, and I think I'm going to start doing something here because of that. Like, who cares?
Oh my gosh. It doesn't. And that's what the provider community is for.
It's just like, whatever.
Oh, I was talking to a provider last night, and she's like, she's pretty new, like couple years new kind of a thing. And she was saying with her TikTok has helped her so much, just try to be like stand on her own 2 feet a little bit more, because it's like, hey, I have to do this, and okay, this person did it, so I can do it. And
yeah,
I
think it does help to know other providers are having the same issues or situations, same problems. And so it's not just me. But I think that is why when you use a different parent or daycare provider, that to talk to the parents too, then they can feel, oh, it's not just me.
Yes.
And I think that makes them feel better too, even if it is their kid.
Yeah. Yes.
But it's not. It's never just their kid. There is a kid somewhere.
Yeah.
That is having the same issue.
Okay. Well, I will tell this story. So we were at the zoo, and at the zoo, there is a big tank with like stingrays, and it's like a fish, and like, it's like a water, whatever. Oh my God, what is in the zoo?
Touch pool?
Yeah, the touch pool.
That what
Yes.
you're talking about?
Yep, I'm talking about the touch pool. I'm like, the thing with the water in it. Oh my God, this is like my brain. So,
like the kids can stick their hands in the
you can stand on the edge. You can stand on the edge, and everyone's like touching things.
I think I know where you're going with this. Okay. I remember now.
And all of a sudden we see this mom, and she's like frustrated, and she's holding her kid's hand, and they're walking by us, and the kid is dripping wet.
Because the kids like kind of lean over and stick their hands to touch the little sharks and then swim by in the...
So easy to fall in. Just
fall
in. There you go. There you go. Whatever.
Yeah.
And my husband looks up at her, and he's like, it's okay. My kid's done that too. And she just kind of smiled like, oh, thank God. Like, just like, thank you. It is not just my kid. And then she kept walking to the bathroom. Yeah. And I looked at my husband, and I was like, oh my God, why did you not tell me that one of our kids fell in the touch pool? And he's like, no, Brandy, I just said that. No, never happened.
To make her feel.
He's like, I just wanted to reassure her that, like,
there's other kids that have fallen into this.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Pool.
Yep.
It's happened before.
It's happened. And
it's not a bad parenting thing.
No,
like
and that he just was like, I was just trying to make her feel better. Yeah. It was just one of those things that like just popped into his head. And I'm sitting there thinking, like, when did my kid fall in the touch pool? Because I have no clue. I don't remember seeing. I don't remember hearing the story, but it does. It happens. Oh my gosh! And you know, it's just.
I had a parent this week that it's actually just happened to. She was like, has my daughter? Has there been some issues here? And I'm like, I don't. Like, what do you mean?
Oh, yeah.
And she's like, she's been coming home, and she's apparently tattling on herself.
That is hilarious.
She's like, she's been coming home and saying like, I hit so-and-so, or I hit so-and-so, you know? And she's like, is she like hitting all these kids? And what is that? And I'm like, oh, yeah, probably. I don't know. And I'm like, yep. I mean, sure, like she's just at that age, but I'm like, this was not an issue where I had to tell you about, because like all the kids do it. I mean, it's not like an issue, right? It's not like these kids
it's
are
not like they're like
up.
like WrestleMania.
But, no. Because I'm like, this was a non-issue.
Yeah.
This little girl was just like, I hit so-and-so, and then, you know, whatever. And I'm like, yeah, she probably did. Yeah. You know, I don't know. That doesn't surprise me. She hits a few kids, but they all, it's not like they're not like just punch. We're not like throwing punches here or anything.
Well,
like that.
And some of it's developmental. You're just trying to like, you're trying to like,
and I was just
see
like,
what you can get away with.
No, this is not an issue. Yeah. Yes, she has hit a couple of times, but it's not even anything that I felt that I needed to bring up to you.
Yeah.
Because, and I'm like, I don't know, some other kid probably hit her too, you know?
Yes.
And even like,
I promise she does watch her daycare.
I do. No, it's not. This sounds really bad. But I'm like, they just, you know, you get pushing. They're learning.
Yeah.
They're still learning. And
well, and also some of it is like, maybe they didn't actually hit.
No.
Maybe they were like, oh, I was swinging my arm and it hit so-and-so. And then I went home. Yes. And I went home and I told my mom that I hit somebody because that's what happened. And then this person cried. And then it was like just like a spiral of events. And you're like, oh my gosh.
It happens. And they're kids.
Yeah.
One actually at the elementary dance, this little girl, 3rd grader, who's friends with my son, she had a cast on her arm. And one of the younger brothers was there. He's 4. Apparently she was dancing very energetically and just whacked this boy in the face with her cast. Left a mark.
Yep.
I mean, total accident.
Yeah, right. No, yeah.
Total accident. She was just happily dancing.
Yeah.
You know?
Good for her.
She was having a great time and then
she's bummed out. She's got a cast on, but she's happily dancing.
And then just I'm sure it was like a collision type of thing. Anyway, she felt really bad. But things happen.
Yes.
And it's just the way that it is. And honestly, I told this mom too. I'm like, even the biting, unless it gets to be really bad, I have to tell parents. You have to tell parents when they bite or get bit. And I'm like, I wouldn't even, because it leaves a mark. That's why.
Yes.
Like, that's really the only, because it's so developmentally normal.
Yeah.
It happens unless it gets out of control or like it's really bad. It just is.
Yeah.
It's going to be, some kid's going to bite.
Yeah.
Some kid's going to get bitten.
Yeah.
You know, I'm doing things to
like try to get it to stop or whatever. So it's not like you're not doing anything. It's just that
I'm doing the things appropriate. We talk about it.
Yeah.
We do all the things. I'm just like, this is not like a note home situation.
Yeah. No, I have a
like we are handling it. We handle it in the daycare.
Yeah.
Unless somebody actually gets hurt.
Yes.
But
I have a little girl that's like that too. Yeah.
Kids hit. It just is what it is. We deal with it. We talk about it. We handle the situation and we have all the conversations and we talk about being nice and not hurting our friends and how to communicate when we have those big feelings and all the stuff. But
no, I have a parent who comes in, I swear, weekly. It's once a week probably. And he's like, okay, so she came home and said this. I'm like, okay, yep, it happened. Wasn't a big deal.
Wasn't a big deal.
And probably whatever you think happened was way over like exaggerated compared to what actually happened.
And luckily I have teachers who also probably see this stuff. I'm sure I am not hearing everything my kids do or have happened to at school either because the teachers are handling it or it's just normal behavior too.
Yeah.
You hear about it when it's
something that needs to be addressed.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't tell every time a kid.
Oh my gosh, I think I'd have a story every day, like to every kid. And I'd be like, oh, so-and-so. Even if it was something as simple as like so-and-so tripped over somebody and landed on somebody.
I know.
Like it was not even a big deal, but they fell. Right. So there has been a few times like with this one family that will come in every week with something. So if I think anything is even remotely notable, I will try to tell them before the kid goes home and tells the story.
Yes.
Because the story is usually not what actually happened. Or it's exaggerated or it's changed. And so a lot of times I try to get on top of it depending on what issue happened. But but a lot of times I'm just like, it wasn't a big deal.
No.
No.
I don't have a lot of kids
not a big deal.
Getting hurt. I did have 2 bloody lips within like 5 minutes of each other.
Oh.
One day.
Yeah.
Weird. One kid just tripped over his own feet.
Yep.
Landed on a toy.
Yeah.
He's a new walker. He's 1. He just turned 1.
Yes.
New walker. And just tripped, fell, cut his lip.
Yeah.
Not a big deal. It was not like any stitches situation. So it was just like a little puffy lip.
Yeah.
And then like literally 5 minutes later.
Yeah.
A girl, lip, teeth hit the back of a kid's head.
Oh, yes, that's about, yeah.
Like that just, now she's got it. I'm like, what is going on here?
Yeah.
You know? So obviously I told the parents about that.
Yeah.
Because they're like, oh, you got a fat lip now.
Right.
But yeah, it's not,
Yeah.
unless something bad happens or something like that. Or, unless it gets bad.
Right.
If like the hitting is out of control, of course I would tell the parents.
Right, yeah.
But I'm like, meh.
I had one family come in and look at the backyard because their daughter went home and told a story about how somebody tripped and fell. And I was like, what is she talking about? Well, it was a day when I had a doctor's appointment, so I had an assistant here, or a sub. And apparently the little girl that fell had fallen into the mud and like had mud all over her. And the dad was like, I'm confused as to what she's telling me. And she's like pointing, and I'm like, well, I mean, there's a little snow out there, a little ice. I mean, probably slippery, fell. I'm not even thinking anything of it because my assistant didn't even tell me.
Right.
Because it was so like, it didn't happen to this little girl. Like it was not.
Right.
It was a non-issue for this person.
Yes.
Like this person was not involved.
Yeah.
And the dad was like, she was explaining it to me and I was trying to figure out what was going on. And so I just wanted to see. And I'm thinking, okay. And so then like the next day, my assistant came, or the next time my assistant came, she's like, oh my gosh, I have to show you this picture. And she shows me the picture of the little girl that fell. And I was like, oh, now I see why this other little girl was so concerned.
Okay.
Because she had mud like all over her face. And she's like, and then she had to like kind of like rinse her off in the sink because she just had so much mud. And then all of the kids were kind of like, what are you doing to this 1-year-old who is also a new walker?
Yeah.
So, you're out in the mud and ice and it's slippery and oh my goodness. And I'm thinking, okay, I see why everybody was like, this was a big deal.
Yeah.
But also non-issue for your family. Like I was like, I'm sure it's fine. It's like slipped and fell. Like, okay. There was no cuts. There was no blood.
Anything.
Like, oh my goodness.
But I think that we had because you get some tall tale kids.
Yes.
I had this one little girl who told me about her aunt dying.
Oh, yeah.
And it was very detailed. Mm-hmm. I was like, wow, that is, and she had a name. I mean, the whole thing, the whole story.
Yeah.
It was a very detailed story.
Okay.
About how she died. I can't remember. It was so long ago. And so then I talked to them. I'm like, I'm so sorry about so-and-so dying. And she's like, that never happened. She's like, we don't even have.
You're like, she's like, that's her doll. Or
whatever. I don't
know.
No idea.
Oh, that's crazy.
How she came up with this. It was so detailed and very long.
Yeah.
It was like a 10-minute story.
Okay.
About her aunt dying.
Huh.
And it was so, I mean, you never know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is really funny.
It is. She did. I'm like,
I kind of love when kids do that though, because like, I had a little kid sit on the couch with me this week and he was like telling me, Miss Brandy, I went to the dinosaur museum. And I was like, oh my God, that's great. I love the dinosaur museum. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, did you see this? Mm-hmm. And he's like, and then I saw this and I did this puzzle and he's telling me telling me all this stuff. And I'm thinking, this was great. Mm-hmm. I love this. And we're talking about it. And then one of my daughters just started a job at a museum on campus. And so I'm telling him about her, and she has babysat for this family before. So they know her and they really like her. And so then he's telling me all this stuff and I'm telling him all this stuff. And I'm like, I haven't been there in a while. And he's like, how do you remember this? And we're talking about it. And then his dad comes and I said, did you guys just go to the science museum? Mm-hmm. And he goes, like a month ago. And I was like, oh, well, he vividly remembers it and would like to go back.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like, sometimes I'm just like impressed with their memories.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I'm like, I cannot remember what I wrote on one of these pieces of paper, but yet this kid can remember his science museum trip from a month ago.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I have a story. Okay. I forgot Bram, and my youngest, my third grader.
Yeah, let's clarify. This is her own kid.
This is my own kid. At school. He had an after-school activity. Right, this is my horror. I felt... Did I talk about this already? I can't remember.
Here today?
No, not yeah.
I don't think
last
so.
Week,
I don't know.
It was a last week thing. Absolutely horrible. I felt like the worst mom ever. And he had Lego League, and it was. But the week before, or 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks before that, he didn't have Lego League because it was not on, and then. He was taken home by a friend the week before, and so I think I just wasn't in the routine, whatever, right? It's once a week, but then and it just, Anyways, he's supposed to get picked up at 3, and it was 3:17. It was 17 minutes. I felt so bad. And so to me, I'm like, that is like
a long time.
A long time. Well, and he was there with so they have like coaches and stuff who are parents.
Okay.
So he wasn't like just there by himself.
Yeah.
And they were they were cleaning up and they were doing stuff and they were setting up for something and everything. So he was just like hanging out. He had no idea that he was forgotten.
Oh, well, that's good.
Thank God. Anyways, so this mom calls me though at 3:17.
Yeah.
And I was like, why is she calling?
Yeah.
That's weird, but whatever. I'm like, hey, what's up? Still oblivious
to the forgotten child.
We forgotten child. And because I had remembered earlier, like he didn't come over the bus, and I'm like, yep, that's where he is. I gotta go get him. And then like, it's the bad time because at 3:00 that's when the daycare kids are getting up from nap.
Yeah.
And I'm doing snack and diapers and potty and all the stuff, right? Is happening all at that time. So I mean, like, I'm just super busy at that time. So anyways, I'm like, hey, what's up? And she's like, do you want me to give Bram a ride home? And I was like, oh my God. Oh, yes, please, yes. Can you please do that? And he was like totally oblivious.
And you're like, please don't tell him that I forgot him.
She didn't.
No. I didn't figure she would.
She was just like, hey, you're coming home with me.
Yeah.
I'm just taking you home.
Yeah.
I mean, because we carpool a lot too. So anyways, it was all fine. And then, but my 5th grader, and he was just like, whatever.
Yeah.
Right? He doesn't care.
Yeah.
He is very much like, I don't.
Yeah,
whatever.
He's very much the youngest child. Like, la, 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 whatever. Everything's great. Yep.
My 5th grader, though, she knew she was home and knew we had forgotten. And she
made sure to point it out.
Oh, well, one of my daycare parents picked up around this time. And I was like, oh, my gosh, I feel so horrible, whatever.
Yeah.
And she's like, was it Bram? And I was like, yeah. And she's like, oh, good. Because she knows.
Because she's like, if it was your other one.
She goes, if it was Nora.
Yeah.
And Nora was like, I would have remembered that.
Yep.
Forever.
Yeah.
And I would be bringing it up to you on your deathbed.
Yeah.
That you forgot me this one time.
Oh.
So good thing it wasn't her.
She has a dark side.
She has a dark side.
Sometimes we love it. We appreciate her dark side. It's really hilarious.
It is funny.
Sometimes we're like, oh, but come on. Like, maybe lighten it up a little.
Yeah. She would. There's memories, though.
Yeah.
She would have remembered that.
Yeah.
Forever. One time I was cutting her nails when she was like 3. And I accidentally cut just a little too far down.
Yeah.
It was right after her bath. And so they were a little softer.
Soft, yes.
And then she was like, I was like, I'm so sorry, whatever. And then she was like, who cuts your nails? Like, I can't even cut my own.
Like, she's taking you out later. Don't sleep with one eye open.
She's like, you don't even know how to cut nails. How are you, like, who's even cutting, how are you getting your nails cut if you're, she's like brutal. And then,
I don't think I told you, at Ludafisk, they were all like playing and wrestling or whatever. And John, he's like 6'2", he was like kind of holding one of the kids back with his hands. And she looks at the other kids and looks at John and goes, bite him. And John was like, what? No!
She does. She has like this dark side. It can be hilarious.
It is. And in the moment, it was hilarious because all of this wasn't happening to me. I probably would have been upset. Like, John was like, no. Yeah. Like, what are you why, Nora, don't say that.
Like, she doesn't actually do this stuff either. So it's not like she would have, like, she's not like hurting kids or anything. But she just has this.
No, like, John is 17. Like,
no, he's not going to hurt.
Yes. I know, but she's like, there's like, yes. But it was just like,
I don't know.
Hilarious. Like, I was like, What?
Yeah, but she held that over me for years.
I believe it.
Years.
Yeah, you got to watch her.
She was like, every time I would cut her nails, she was like, are you going to cut me? Like, I have 4 kids. I have never cut a finger before.
Yeah.
And that was like the first time. And it wasn't even like cutting her finger. It was just
it's
little,
like, yep.
A little too low. And it was soft. Anyways, yeah.
Yeah.
She's something.
Right.
But anyways, luckily I didn't forget her.
Oh my goodness. I think this was a long one.
Yeah,
we're going to wrap this up. Mm-hmm. So, thank you for watching, and we will see you next week.
All right.
Sisters, sisters.